Oh, you guys are gonna start with that whole that whole echo thing again. All right. Oi, hello everybody.
Yep. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons again.
Yes. Starring me, the Dungeon Master, and all of 2 people again because my father is sick and Isaac is the deadbeat of the crew. Whoops. No, I did not mean to put a dot there. Alright. Obviously, you're either watching this on YouTube or Twitch, but just know that there's another outlet. But I've got, but this is streaming on both Twitch and the thing, I don't know. And unfortunately, I'm also talking to you guys on the phone, so I can't really show you guys any maps, but likely we're not going to be leaving the town this episode. Trying to keep it all yeah. Trying to keep it all under wraps. Alrighty. So let's begin this charade of madness again by recapping. In the last episode, Bruno kept up. Well, specifically, Ethan kept simping for his younger brother, telling him to sit on his face so that he'd wake up. And instead, his younger brother.
I said that once.
He just wouldn't get the hint to sit on his older brother's face. So he dunked his head into the poopy toilet.
It's relentless.
What are you doing, little bro? I don't appreciate this awkward silence.
It is rather awkward, isn't it?
Yes. Oh man, I'm looking at some of my gaming videos. There's a lot of views coming on here. And so none of them involve face sitting. Anyways,
Hey, you watching, please and subscribe. It's for watching. Please like and subscribe. You know, you should remember only a small percentage of viewers subscribe. So, you know, you should all hit the subscribe button. Free. You can always unsubscribe later.
Sir.
Yeah.
Before you say anything, maybe you should say Shadow Clone Jutsu and then start talking.
Yeah. Can they hear the echo in the video? Presumably.
Yeah, there's a huge echo.
Well, there's just 2 of them. Well, there's just 2 of me. So, just wondering.
Well, that's convenient.
Just
There's only one
no,
of
there are
me.
2 of them.
Alright. So, So I'm wondering, do we want to do the level up stuff now or wait? I feel like we should do the level up stuff now, and then when they level up, we'll go over that too. Because Tylenol did level up last episode. Alrighty. So, in the process of everything else happening, Tylenol, you have grown to 2nd level. That's the part where you say...
You are now 2.
This is the part where you start saying stuff like, "Woo, yeah, baby."
I'm very honored to receive this award, and I prepared a speech. It's a little something like this. Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I'm waiting for. That's what it's all about.
All right. This is getting out of hand. No, there are two of them. All right. Okay. So, let's look at your new features that you get as a second level druid. Because we talked about this earlier. You do not wish to subclass yet. As should you, because subclassing is not something you should do until like later. If you're willing to.
Wait, did you say subclassing or multi-classing?
Multi-classing, but technically he is subclassing anyway. But
yeah, you kind of have to subclass.
Eventually, well, unless you maybe I guess you could like multi-class in a specific way to like get all of the classes on your character, and then just like never reach a point like, except for cleric actually. Cleric and I believe paladin maybe. I don't I don't remember all the classes that subclass at first level. I do know most of them subclass at like second or third. And druid.
Yeah, cleric subclasses at first level.
Yeah, druids are one of the ones that subclass at second. Yeah, basically what I was saying is that Jared does not wish to subclass. We already talked about this on text.
Multi-class?
Yeah, multi-class, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, so at second level, Tylenol, you gain another first level spell slot. Which means you can use first level spells an additional time per long rest.
Yay.
And first things first, you also get to increase your maximum hit points by a number equal to your hit die plus your constitution modifier, which is 0, so just roll a d8.
Alright. D8. Rolls a D6. Oh, this one's gonna be 8 sides. Oh, what do you know? It landed on 8.
Oh! That means that your hit point total literally doubles.
Hooray!
So now Tylenol's hit points goes from 8 to 16. Congratulations.
Watch out, roll and I'll get a 1.
It's luck based.
At least I have a constitution modifier of +2, so there is that. The lowest I can get is a +3 increase to health.
Right. Where's your? There it is. Yeah, your current hit point max is like 10, so you're currently inferior to the thick girl. Should we make this like a thing that like every time her hit points increase, her boobs increase too? No, we shouldn't do that.
Please no.
All right.
Xavier, the things you say when you're literally recording yourself.
Yes. Look, it's not breaking the law types of things. It's just weird. I'm allowed to be weird on
Yeah,
camera.
really weird. I'm well aware it's not breaking the law, but I am also well aware that it's really weird.
Hey,
At least I have the decency to say these things when I'm not being recorded.
you were really into the idea of being sat on to be woken up last time around. I'm just
I was
saying.
only jokingly into it.
You were jokingly into it.
Yes.
I'm sure that'll hold up in court, sir. Why do you want your brother to sit on your face? Okay, anyways. So, congratulations, Jared. Your character has literally doubled in durability. Also, this means that your damage threshold is also increased. Do you know what a damage threshold is?
No.
It's basically like before your maximum hit points was 8. In D&D, if you take enough damage to like die, but there's also leftover damage, and that leftover damage exceeds your maximum hit points, then you just die instantly. So if you're at maximum health at like 8 out of 8 hit points and you take 16, that's just an instant kill. But now that you have 16 hit points, that threshold has increased to 32.
It's interesting. I'm a bit congested, so.
No, you're alright. Alright, next up. I also believe that you learn a new spell. Well, you're able to prepare an extra spell. Because it's, number of druid spells equal to your wisdom modifier plus your druid level. So yeah, you get to learn. You get to not learn, but you get to have another spell prepared. But I'm not gonna let you do that until your next long rest. Because that's just straight up like unfair to Ethan here and everybody else who isn't able to play here. Now as for your actual class features, you get access to Wild Shape, which is a feature that basically allows you to transform into a creature. You get to do this twice per short. You get to do this twice per short or long rest, and you get to do this for an amount of time equal to half of your druid level amount of hours. So basically, you get to use your wild shape twice, and for a maximum of 1 hour each.
A wild shape.
Yeah. Basically,
You get to be a shapeshifter.
Yeah, basically how it works is that you turn into a beast. So you can't like turn into like a zombie or something, but you can turn into a beast. And at second level, it cannot have a flying speed or a swimming speed. So you can't turn into like a bird. You can't turn into a fish, but you could theoretically turn into like a baby ostrich or something. Because even though it's a bird, it doesn't have a flying speed.
What if he turns into a spider?
He definitely could turn into a spider.
Yay.
What if he frees negotiations tenfold?
He could even transform into a giant spider. I think he could.
Maybe. It also has to have a maximum challenge rating of 1/4. Hello? Hello?
Lol.
So the challenge, you can see the challenge rating at the end of the like the player's handbook within like the index, not the index, but like in the same section as like say the indexes. You get to see certain like certain other creatures like wolves. You can't turn into a black bear because that has a 2i challenge rating as a 1/2. You could turn into a boar though. You could turn into a cat. Unfortunately, I don't think you can't turn into a constrictor snake, but you could probably just turn into a snake, a big old snake that doesn't have a swimming speed. Um, you could turn into a frog that can't swim. Um, no. So yeah, basically, yeah, you could. So basically, yeah, you can turn into any beast that cannot fly or swim, and is only a challenge rating of 1/4. So yeah, look.
I don't know, man. Baldur's Gate 3 has taught me anything is that frogs are surprisingly difficult to kill.
Okay, where's it? There we are. Okay. So that's your wild shape. You get to transform into a beast that fits that criteria as an action. And you can do it up to 2 times for 1 hour each. It also says, since it's half your druid level rounded down, I'm just going to reevaluate that as like, because I have veto power as the DM, and say if you're 3rd level rather than still only having 1 hour, I'm gonna give you an hour and a half.
So just half your druid level.
Yeah, half your druid level amount of hours, and if it's like a decimal, then that constitutes into like 30 minutes. Now for your druid circle. In the player's handbook, you get access to. This is your subclass. You get access to 2 different subclasses.
You make me break out the player's handbook again. Let me
No.
go to get it.
This would probably help him a lot.
What do you mean?
I can help you like I can help you like evaluate these. There's more options in other booklets, but for purpose of this campaign, we're just sticking to the player's handbook. So you can either be a land druid or you could be a moon druid. The difference is that like
What's a moon?
the circle of the land basically means that you're gonna be focused more on like spell casting and like environmental advantages.
Environmentalism.
Yeah,
That's what a moon druid is? Or is that a land
that's a land druid. The moon druid gives you some handy increases to your now new feature of wild shape. Like for instance, when you choose Circle of the Moon, you can use your wild shape as a bonus action instead of an action, which means that like you can whack someone, which means that like you can turn into like a boar and then ram someone in the dick or something, rather than just turn to a boar and just end your turn there. Additionally, while you are transformed by wild shape, you can use a bonus action to expend 1 spell slot to regain hit points. Which is pretty handy because basically, a moon druid can transform and then like rejuvenate using magic slots, like transform magic slots into hit points. And then circle forms basically allows you to increase the amount of basically allows you to become stronger monsters, but you still can't like have a flying speed or swimming speed until you're like higher levels. But like,
See.
so yeah, a moon druid um gives you more handy options for your wild shape. A land druid gives you more handy options for your simple spell casting and stuff like that. So what's your choice? You wish to be a land druid until death to us part, or a moon druid?
Alright,
Huh?
explain to me the land druid again.
So what now?
I think. Explain to me the land druid again. It's got the.
Okay.
I forgot.
Okay. A land druid focuses more on like spell casting and working on like your spell slots and stuff like that, and more flexible spell casting, while a moon druid focuses more on like making you more flexible shapeshifter with the beasts and stuff like that.
More flexible spell casting. More flexible shapeshifting.
Yeah.
I think Moon Druid would be a bit more useful.
Sweet. Alrighty then.
Jared, you can turn into a mule.
Alright.
I guess I could.
So you have become a moon druid.
You can also turn into a panther.
Okay. So as you when you choose the circle at second level, you get the combat wild shape feature. You gain the ability to use wild shape on your turn as a bonus action rather than an action. As I've mentioned earlier, this basically means that you can you can still use your action to whenever you shapeshift. So you can basically like turn into like an animal and then ram someone in the dick then, rather than just ending off your turn when you polymorph. Additionally, while you are transformed by wild shape, you can use a bonus action to expend one spell slot to regain 1d8 hit points per level of the spell slot expended. Basically meaning on your turn while you're in some other form, you're basically able to convert spell slots into hit points. Which should be useful now that you have like 16 of those at second level. And then there's circle forms. The rights of your circle, and that's rights as like RITES instead of like rights, stuff like that. Grant you the
Yes, you have no rights.
You have no rights as a circle. Grants you the ability to transform into more dangerous animal forms. Starting at second level, you can use your wild shape to transform into a beast with a challenge rating as high as 1. Instead of a quarter, you can transform into one as high as 1. You ignore the maximum challenge rating column in the beast shapes. You must abide by the other limitations there. So you still can't fly or swim as a creature. But now you can be like a big old brown bear at second level. Starting at 6th level, you can transform into a beast with a challenge rating as high as your druid level, divided by 3, rounded down. But that won't apply until your 6th level, so we'll ignore that for the time being. Anyways, though, do you need me to repeat anything? That's all of your new features as a second level druid.
Sweet. I don't think you do need to repeat anything.
Okie doke. So basically now you can like polymorph into a big old bear or a cat. You like cats and spiders and spiky spiders.
You can also do a panther.
Yeah.
What's the deal with panthers? Well, the cat's much big. I guess that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Also, it for additional rules about the beast shape, your game statistics are replaced by the statistics of the beast, but you retain your alignment, personality, and intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores. Which basically means like your strength, your dexterity, and your constitution are changed. But your hit points and your mental stats are remain the same, except for like because the constitution score is altered. That also alters your hit points. When you transform, you assume the. Oh wait, no, never mind. When you transform, you assume the beast's hit points and hit dice. Okay, ignore what I just said. When you revert to your normal form, you return to the number of hit points you had before you transformed. However, if you resort, if you goodness gracious, what the frick? When you revert to your normal form, you return to a number of hit points you had before you transformed. However, if you revert as a result of dropping to 0 hit points, any excess damage carries over to your normal form. For example, if you take
If you die while you're shape shifting, then you just return to normal form.
yeah,
Yep.
instead of
My
like
apologies for.
no, you're fine. So basically, if you die in your animal form, you don't just outright die. You just it kind of acts as like some sort of barrier as well as like a shapeshift.
Would be a good way to prevent death. Just shape shift.
Yeah. You can't. Also, you cannot cast spells, and your ability to speak or take any action that requires hands is limited to the capabilities of the beast form. Transforming doesn't break your concentration on a spell if you've already cast, however, or prevent you from taking actions that are part of a spell, such as call lightning that you've already cast. Okay.
You see.
So you can't be like a fun little cat like summoning lightning bolts from across the country or something. But that would be a funny image to see like just a cat like shooting lightning out of its mouth. But I'm sure like because you're a moon druid that probably alleviates a few of those limitations eventually, but it doesn't seem to be that case at the moment. Keep in mind you're still second level. But now we seem to have all of the rules covered here. So now let's actually continue here. What, like 20 minutes into the actual campaign? Yeah, leveling up can take some time. But that's alright. Now you can shapeshift. Congratulations. Alrighty. So, okay. I'd like to, cut over to, like, what Vikaruz is doing. Because I'd like to, because I would like to, give him some screen time here. So he gets kind of, like, smacked awake by some interesting individual saying like, "Hey, buddy, are you the new guy?" He wakes up and he sees this large, handsome, big old chinned black dude and and this blonde girl who's a little small, definitely still a human, but like she's very short. Vikaruz, in a bit of a drunken stupor, says, who are you?" And they're like, "Oh, you're probably the new guy. Here, follow us." And then and then Vikaruz follows them into into the basement. You guys do not see this, of course. You guys are upstairs,
Naturally.
like beating up some spiders. Um, and then you're and then he and then like and closes the thing behind him, and after that, and then you three walk back downstairs with about 50 more spiders than you previously had. Also, another spider attached to Tylenol's leg. Um, as you have as you basically just adopted all the spiders that you saw previously and searched all the other rooms for more spiders.
Perfect. I didn't even have to say it.
Cool. Yeah, we can just skip over certain parts of it if the outcome's just going to be the same.
Yeah.
Either way, though, yeah, you can mark off. You now have like 79 spiders and 2 somewhat larger spiders. So now your army has increased a little bit.
You said 79?
Correct. We can also say that your experience point total increased by, let's say, like 12.
And you said 2 big-ass spiders, right?
Yes, 2 big-ass spiders.
Alright.
And we're increasing...
In my
Yes, by 12. Literally 1 shy of leveling up.
Why do you do this to me?
Because it's an off-screen thing. Keep in mind, this is also relatively unfair to Vikarus as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking.
Speaking of which, though, you guys go downstairs. Notice that the couch is back where it used to be, since you guys moved it out of the. You guys kind of moved it out of the way, to like examine the floor underneath it. And but now the couch is back over the examined area, and Vikarus is now gone.
Vikarus left. He ran away from home.
Yeah, he's probably out somewhere. He'll be fine.
Being drunk.
I mean, it hasn't killed him yet.
I guess that's fair.
Okay.
Oh, right.
So you guys are in it. It's not hang on, I gotta check the in-game time. Where's my? Oh, there it is. Let's see here. Yeah, it's still definitely morning. You guys basically did all this before noon.
Perfect. Well, I'm speaking in character here, of course, now.
Okay.
Well, now that we've explored the upper rooms, perhaps it's time we explored our friends down in the basement.
Okay.
Isn't there like a big old black market down there?
I mean, yeah, but it would kind of be nice to know what's going on right beneath our property.
It's true.
Okay.
I mean, if you had a black market ring being run beneath your house, would you check it out?
Yeah, I might find some neat stuff.
All right. So cut underneath the deck. Vikarus is getting like a bit of a tours like. So this is these are all of our weapons and stuff like that. These are here are some short bows. I don't know what role you would take. You seem like more of a scholar with that book and all. Unless you're a wizard. I don't really know. Just be careful not to get that thing burned burned alive or something, because that seems to happen a lot if you're not careful. Vikarus kind of grunts as Vikarus does, and then they start hearing over their head, like, you know how noises like really travel through the roofs of apartment buildings. You guys are
I
moving.
can't say I'm familiar, but go on.
You guys are moving the couch above their heads. So obviously, like, who's moving the couch above our heads? Did you bring some friends, Vikarus? Vikarus is...
Wait, is Vikaroo's in the black market?
Yeah, he's basically giving a tour.
Wait,
Like
he would betray us something.
So Vikarus is saying, like, oh, that's just the other 3 weirdos. And he's asking, you think those are the same weirdos who just started rummaging our place and then started throwing the balconies off the walls of the place? This is absurd. Who are these people? And then you guys start poking at the ceiling again. And your voices are a bit muffled, but like you're talking to yourselves all this. You guys can like talk to yourselves or whatever. They don't really hear you, but probably
How
examining.
many spiders is that now? Shoot him, elephant. Oh, that's a lot of spiders. I'd hate to be anybody that crosses us.
Okay, everybody, we probably need to hide in case these are like outside or competitors or whatever. Vikarus, you're new to all this, so you could probably wait. Where are you going, Vikarus? What are you doing? And then suddenly one of you finds like something that's clearly a lever. You to the floors or something. So like, I found a lever or something. And then they see that the door is opening above them, and they're like, everybody hide, Vikarus, what are you doing? And then so then the door opens
the
and
looks awfully black.
the door opens and hello. So then the door opens beneath you guys, and you see that. Look at that! There's another room. So the door is opening beneath you guys. And you see, well, there's definitely a room under there. What do you know? And inside that room, well, there's Vikarus and some black dude. Vikarus, hide! These could be enemies. And Vikarus is like, these nitwits, they're my besties. I'd be drinking wine right now if I actually had wine on me. I'm not a complete alcoholic like they think I am. So yeah, there's a whole other room underneath your guys' inn.
Yes, as we figured.
And there's people living in the basement. So
It's just a room.
well, you could go inside to examine further, but like from the floor, you don't really see anything until you go into this aforementioned basement.
I'm gonna hop in.
Okay. It's just like 7 feet down, so you don't really need to take any damage or anything. But anyways, though, you jump down, and this guy, like, and not Vikaruz, but like the other guy, kind of starts freaking out a little bit, like, oh, who are you? He grabs one of the daggers off the wall and says, like, state your business. Who are you? Are you the weirdos who've been throwing balconies off of our inn?
Like, no, we're the landlord. We're just doing some renovations. That's all.
Renovations?
What do you mean throwing balconies off your inn? We own the place now.
Alright. I guess it's time for you to meet the boss. Vikaruz is like, yeah, I want to kill some people. No, you're not killing people.
Words right out of my mouth.
You're not actually the new guy here, are you? Hold on a second.
Yeah, that's our new guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys are meeting the boss. Okay. So now this, somewhat less hawky individual, but, like, he's a bit taller, though, walks up to you. He is an elf. This guy's an elf, but he's, like, a bit of a broad elf. He's strong, and he has a bit of a build on him. He has long hair. Think, what's his name? Legola? I don't know.
Legolas.
Legolas? I don't remember. You walk up to this guy.
How'd you forget Legolas's name?
I've never watched the movies. I'm sorry.
He's like the elf.
All right.
When you think of fantasy elf, he's the first result that pops up at Google.
I always think
he might not be, but
I always think of Santa Claus. Anyways, so this guy walks up to you. He's like, state your business, and and immediately the trap door that you guys walked through. Wait, Tylenol, you went through the trap door, right? That goes into here with Bruno, right?
Yes.
Okay. So both of you are down here. The trapdoor closes, and I'm also going to assume that that Taurus also went in here with you guys. And he says, "Yeah, you seem to have a lot of nerve to trespass on our property. And then claim that it's your property? What is wrong with you people?"
I'm just gonna take a moment to reach into my robe, my vestments, pull out the deed to the inn, and then slip it back in quietly. I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna pull that out, show it, put it back in.
What is this? What are you... Son of a... Forgot this place was an inn. Some rogues guild we are. Alright, you own the place then. But I'm still... Yeah?
While we're gone, just take the trash out so the cats don't get into it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dungeon masters don't clean no trash. It's fine. Okay. Anyways, he was like, alright, you guys may own the inn, but all that constitutes is that you guys pay the water bill. But I'm the one in charge here. If you have a problem, you go through me. Vikaruz
I don't have a problem.
Vikaruz does have a problem, and Taurus probably is just looking around, being Isaac. I have to imagine that he's probably saying some weird crap about the black dude. Okay. Oh, love you, Mom.
Probably is saying something like "I can't speak with animals" or something.
Oh no. Why is that something I feel like he would definitely do?
You need to cut that out again.
No, it's fine. It's Isaac. He can do that. Also, he's a fighter. He can't speak with... He can't cast spells. Yeah. What the frick was that? All right. Anyways,
I think it was him trying to say yet.
And that was my impression of he. You know.
all right. Anyways, though, Vikarus is unimpressed. Vikarus is unimpressed and says, "It sounds like I'm the new guy here." And he's
Yep, you are the new guy.
So the elf says, no, you're not the new guy. This is the new guy. And up comes pretty much near freaking identical half-elf dude with white hair who is like an inch taller than him. So he's basically Vikarus, but better Vikarus. This is better Vikarus right here. It's like, sup?
You want to trade new guys?
No,
Imagine telling your dad, "Oh yeah, we traded you for a better version."
Hey.
Yeah, no, I don't actually say that. I have to clarify. Or
Okay.
else we'll end up with another situation like the eaten cat.
Congratulations, you lose like all of the hero points. One of the players is out sick. So what did you do with this character? You freaking gave him to some thieves guild that is living in your basement.
But yeah, I'm seeing as I'm the one with the deed and the common sense around here. I don't have a problem with you operating down here. Bring more business to us.
We bring more business to you? I don't think you understand here, okay? Okay.
Who do you think they have to go through in order to get to you?
Alright, stop talking. But all you stop talking and come with me for a second. He gets up from his seat. Everybody, all three of the individuals are following him, and they usher you to do the same. Vikarus is still kind of staring at better Vikarus in like disdain and like clearly wanting to do like some sort of pissing contest. I feel like Dad would be happy if I wanted his character to do a pissing contest with someone who looked exactly like him but better. He is just a taller version of Vikarus after. What the heck? All right.
So, yeah, I guess I'll follow him.
Okay. We'll assume that Vikarus is also following him, still like still kind of squinting at better Vikarus. Tars is also following. What about you, Tylenol?
I guess I'm still following.
Okay. So you go through so you go into more rooms. Now this place is like, you notice all these rooms are incredibly well put together, well kept, and like very clean house. It's clearly like some sort of business. And then there's more stairs. And then suddenly you find a lot more rooms, like to your side you can see like a treasure room that's like behind a locked door, of course, and some like prisoners in another room, and then comes the room, the good room, where this guy sits down and asks all four of you of your name. Vikarus says, "My name is fuck you, that's my name." So he looks at Vikarus and says, "Okay." And then he looks at the other three and asks, "Okay, sane people, what is your name? Except for you, Taurus. I know your name. Stop being racist." This is national television, Isaac. Stop saying the N-word.
It's gracious.
All right. He is asking your three of your names. Taurus says his name. What about you two?
Say my name.
I'll give my name
Okay.
after basically telling Vicarus to shut the fuck up for a second.
My name is still fuck you. Okay, so he looks at Tylenol for a second and says, "Your name is Tylenol. Tylenol acetamet. What? Okay.
Yep.
I guess I didn't ask for your real names, and I don't really need your real names. But
It's high elf tradition. I mean, my master was a high elf. Master Sildenafil. Viagra Sildenafil.
oh, high elves. I know.
Yes, high elves.
I know they're stupid.
Really high when he made up that name.
That's a really new tradition. I don't know if you know about this. But by new I mean like 500 or so years ago, the high elves decided, you know what? Humans are kind of right about this whole drug administration. Let's celebrate it by naming our babies after medication. Only the high elves, by the way. Because apparently they think that they were born to be high, even though that our race is older than the humans. For those stupid people. I'm a wood elf, by the way. I'm sane. And my name is White. No, I'm kidding. My name is Sylvie. So, and this is a thieves guild. We have been tracking very many interesting figures across not only the country, but also just the frontier in general. Even the one in the other country, Dekix.
It's nuts.
There's one figure that's been popping up very interestingly, especially among goblin camps. Although she hasn't really shown up in goblin camps in quite a while, I've noticed in our infos and in our many bases across the country that this lady was an Aasimar. And apparently to the goblins, she was some great hero to them, but a very tragic figure to the humans and the elves. He's looking at you, Bruno.
Female Asmar.
He's looking at you, Bruno, because you have her eyes. Those wretched,
I am known to her.
those wretched, vigorously evil eyes.
Look out her eyeballs.
Shoot Tylenol a glance before resuming.
Okay.
I am also interested in finding this person.
It sounds like you know who I'm talking about.
I do.
Are you aware of the lady
At least, I think I do.
Are you aware of the lady who goes by Winter?
Winter or winter?
Winter.
Winter.
We do not know her real name yet. But if you have some information you'd like to give us about this lady, she's been giving so many different prospectors for 40 years trouble.
Is Asmar and the goblin with the goblins? It's been giving you trouble.
The goblins, obviously. Everybody has trouble in the East, which is very classic and fairy tale-ish, but you can't really argue with that in this day and age. Seems that all prophecies come true eventually, I guess, if you hit it against the wall hard enough. Goblins in the East. How very telling. And then this lady who just makes it all come true no matter who dies in the process.
Goodness.
You said that the goblins consider her a hero. Do you know why?
Everybody knows why who has a brain. Because the goblins are the one who took her in after some major tragedy in her childhood somehow. They're the reason that she and her supposed brother, I guess, became Osimars. Don't know who this brother is. But there's a feeling in my elder brain that man is close. And when I find him, I will kill him. Just kidding. Huh, I know it's you. It's fine.
Alright. Well, obviously,
I'm a bit of a jokester.
I have an interest in... Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Anyways,
that was in poor
I have an
taste.
interest in finding her,
Alright.
but I haven't had many leads so far.
Leads, huh? What exactly have you done to try?
Hunted goblins, killed goblins, interrogated goblins, fought in wars against goblins. I worked for AUC for a while. That didn't work out much. At least not for me.
Yeah. Was it the toxicity? They seemed to try to kill goblins, but unfortunately they're just another racist bunch who doesn't know how to tell the difference between a good goblin and a bad goblin. Vikruz is like, there is no difference. So he throws a knife at him like at like lightning speed at Vikruz, the size of Vikruz, like pinning some of his white hair up against the wall. And he's like, "Oh." We're like, "Shut up, racist." So he continues to Bruno. I have another question for you.
Go
Alright,
ahead.
would you... Despite us being a small non-profit organization, we have about 18 locations across this country, and of course, Juna, the country to the northwest. Unfortunately, that's it at the moment. But we have scouts ranging in several different locations across many different countries. If Miss Winner shows up at all, we'll definitely catch word of it. As many of our founding members are actually quite competent. It was their choice to make this a relatively small organization. I won't ask you to join us, but I will ask you at the very least to ally with us.
That's not a problem.
As for you, he looks at Vikruz. And then he walks up to Vikruz in a kind of way to like stare him down, cuz like he's tall enough that like Vikruz is like up to this guy's collarbone, despite how tall Vikruz is. He walks up to him and says, "I challenge you to a duel. Whichever one wins is the right one. Whichever one loses is wrong and has to join the other person." Alrighty. Who wants to... I'm gonna text Dad. I'm gonna text Dad real quickly. Let me see if I can call him. Alright, I probably shouldn't call him either way. Okay, I'll text him, but, I'm gonna tell him that, he's about to get his ass beat.
Or being a racist against goblins.
Yeah. Vikaruz is about to get his ass beat by goblins. Telling Dad this so that he knows that why his character probably will be missing a limb or two by the end of this. Also, I know I'm the DM, and saying that is probably not as funny, since I'm probably not gonna rip off one of his limbs. If it happens, I don't know. I don't want to lean into a character's stupidity too much, because it's not my character.
Yeah.
All right, so you find yourselves in another room, and now it is Vikaruz versus Mr. Sylvie. What is Vikaruz's initiative bonus?
I don't have his character sheet. I wouldn't know.
Oh, that's true. I have his character sheet, though, kind of. His initiative bonus is +0, so. Alright. Now, as for Senior Sylvie.
And what are they fighting about?
He just said, I challenge you to a duel.
Yeah.
That's basically the extent.
And why?
He'll probably explain. Alright.
As my character, might have different things to say on it depending on the reason.
Alright. Well, your character could speculate about the reason while this is happening, because this is all happening because, like, you guys are on the sidelines here. Okay. So, Mr. Sylvie goes first. And he basically rushes at, where's the thing? And Sylvie rushes at, Vikaruz and basically kicks him in the gut. And, Vikaruz falls to the floor unconscious, and the bell rings about 10 seconds later, and the victor is instantly decided.
Dang.
All right. So he then says, Vikaruz, you do have to join me now. You can still travel with them, though. I don't care. Okay, let's see. Okay. So later, you guys find yourself again face to face with this guy. Vikaruz is kind of clutching his stomach. He's saying, I'll give you time to ponder this decision, but I hope you make the right one. Just know that running from me will be very futile. As for you three, do you have any more questions? You have my respect.
Well, I would like to discuss some business if that is okay with you, seeing as we're going to be
Business
involved
partners,
with
yeah.
each other in the near future.
Does it have anything to do with new balconies? Because that's all your fault. Or
No.
hers. Or his.
We'll take care of that. If we bother to.
Just don't use glue like the last idiots did.
Well, it does have to do with the inn, though.
I'm
The fact
listening.
of the matter is, we own the place, but we can't manage it. And seeing as the bills still have to get paid, somebody has to manage it. So, I'm thinking we could come to an arrangement where, since you live here, you could manage it and continue to operate your activities down in the basement. And in return, you get a percentage of the inn's profits, as meager as they may be.
Problem is, if any of us are shown anywhere on the deed, we can be found instantly by the government. No matter where we are, us being in the frontier doesn't exactly change what many of the governments can see. In
Well,
fact, us being
The
in
fact of the matter is, you aren't going to be on the deed. We own the place. You don't. Our names are going to be on it.
and
You
pay,
will simply be employed, for lack of a better word.
and that will put our names on the rope for us being incredibly vulnerable here. There's a reason why we're living in the basement, son.
Well, in that case, do you know someone I could employ?
There's that jackass over there. V Cruz is like, huh? What?
Anyone not him? I interject.
Or how about this? I do know that this inn does have some employees already, minus an innkeeper who is no longer working here. If you could find them and negotiate continued arrangements with them, that would benefit us greatly.
Okay. We'll see what we can do.
And furthermore, our adventuring party does seem to be pretty robust, except for the fact that we lack any sort of subtlety.
Alright.
Do you happen to have a rogue who is open for employment? Someone who's adept at things like sneaking around, picking locks, the like.
I'm afraid that despite the numbers that you've been seeing here, we're still a little under. We're still a bit on the in terms of numbers in this space, at least. However, there's another base it's up north. Are you in Gen here, the province north of Allura Valley? There, you can follow the coastal road. Well, not the coastal road. You can follow the main road up until the river. One of our bases lies along the right side of that river. Eventually, you'll come across a bit of a dead zone where you'll find some town ruins. Eventually you'll find a building that has another one of our bases underneath. Has a bit of a bigger base and has a lot more members in it. There you'll also find my son, who's a living prodigy in the works of dexterity. So, I'm sure that you'll find great members there either way. Tell them that Sylvie sent you. And
Right.
and as written proof, he also sends you like a business card of some sort with his signature on it.
All right.
Any more questions?
I think that about wraps it up.
All right. Cool. Keep that jackass out of trouble.
I'll do my best, but it'll be very difficult.
Okay. All right. So now you guys are on another kind of mission. This is more of like a personal mission, of course, but like a mission nonetheless. Where you are now not traveling just a single mile to some goblin camp. You are now traveling several hundred miles across.
We're traveling a very long way to a different region entirely.
Pretty much. You're in the same country, just in a different province.
Oh. Yeah, at least that's where we're going to be going, because I don't imagine we'll just get there overnight.
Yeah, here, let me take a screenshot here.
And before I leave, I'm gonna ask, and I'm gonna go, one last thing. I don't believe you gave me a definitive answer when I asked you where you had last heard of this winner popping up.
Well, that's because she pops up all over the place. It's actually relatively, what's the word? Speculated among many different theorists that she could probably teleport. Although we don't know about this. She could just be quick on her feet.
And do you remember anything that she actually did? Because when I asked, when you said she was a hero of the goblins, what she had done to make her be considered for that status, but I didn't really receive an answer that was quite relevant.
Okay, this is a question that that your character probably does know. I feel like I should have probably let you know this instead. I'm sorry. I'll answer that now. Actually, instead, you could probably roll like a make an intelligence check. To see if your character actually knows that or not.
Yippee, my dumb stats. I managed to roll a 12.
Alright, that's enough for you to know. Okay. So basically, the lady Winner is kind of this, commodity criminal who basically, huddled a bunch of goblins together, force them into like some sort of like major like major circles. Eventually kind of left them to their own devices, but like the goblins ended up like breeding like crazy, and they eventually literally like with their numbers ended up killing an entire dragon, an elder dragon, and its children.
So basically, she's become a goblin mob boss.
In a way, yes. She held some goblins together, groomed them in a way, and and essentially made their numbers so high that even dragons could not stop them. And when he said like and when he said something weird like that goblins in the east is such like a fairy tale ideal, it's because like there's some kids books about a thing called the Quartet Trilogy that talks about different anomalies in the eastern, northern, western, and southern most parts of the continent, with goblins mostly being in the east. These books were supposedly written by a fortune teller.
Alright, so she pops up all over the place, but where was she last?
We don't know.
Thank you for your help, at least.
Yeah.
And if you do find word of her, make sure to alert me
Yeah. We found
in
her.
a timely manner.
I think we found her once, but that was somewhere in the northeast. But before we could really get somebody to come back for, an information dump, I guess they died in the process because we never saw that crew, that gang again.
Oh, also, there we go. I just created a maps channel.
Oh.
Do you think you could post like a world map in there, please?
Mm-hmm.
The other one's somewhere else, and I don't want to go digging for it.
Okay, hang on. All right. So is that all you wanted to ask, or are there any more questions here? Otherwise, we're gonna continue on our business.
That will be everything.
Okay.
Oh. If need be, could we rely on you to sell us some goods?
If you're not part of our gang, then we need all the materials that we can get. But there's some stuff in the inn's kitchen. Probably. We don't really mess around with the
I meant
inside.
more advanced things. And not now, of course. If we want provisions, we'll just get them from any of the number of stores around here.
Yeah. Suddenly, the tall black dude, walks through the room and kind of just, skims right next to you guys and goes through the door behind you and just starts and kind of slams the door behind him. That just happened, and you continue what you were saying.
I mean, choice goods like, magical components and ingredients.
Oh.
Mayhaps weapons, armor, the like.
Right.
More expensive items that might be
Ow.
stolen.
I'll get you something. Hang on a second. This might take a second. Look through these.
I'm not necessarily interested in buying any right now. But in the future, would such items be available?
Okay. Let's see here. Where's my book at? There's my book at. Alright. Hmm. Well, we found a, we found ourselves a potion of climbing earlier. So you can have that. Aside from that, we haven't really been looking, thieving a whole lot. But we're
Well,
we're
the
working
regions
on
here
it.
are quite mountainous. A potion of climbing might be useful.
Yeah.
How much?
Huh? It's just a single potion of climbing.
Okay. I mean, how much are they charging for it?
Oh, they're just giving it to you.
Oh. Because I was asking them if they would be willing to trade goods in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. We got some goods back there. We're mostly potion brewing at the moment, but we need materials to potion brew, and we don't have a whole lot to do that with. Every 1 in 10 attempts end up in a success, and 1 in 10 successes don't end up in also giving our drinkers like some sort of poisonous, gooey side effects. That's just how potion brewing is, though. Especially when you use exclusively goblin parts to do it. Goblins are not exactly the best types of potion brewing materials.
And I know I've probably stayed here asking more questions than I really should. But there is one last thing, just a curiosity, really. And as I say this, I pull out the trident that we had, and I show him I believe they were goblin runes scratched into the handle. What was the name of that? What was written on that again?
Are you asking me or the character?
You. I
Oh.
speak goblin, so I was able to read it, I recall.
Yeah, it's the...
It was the name of some town.
Oh, right. good question. I don't remember. Let me check my notes. I know I read this down in my notes somewhere. Lunar campaign.
I'm also going to make an active quest lines channel to make things a little smoother there.
That's a good idea. I think no. Okay, I don't remember. Damn it. Ugh. Is it? Wait a minute. Is it? Bow side? No, that's not. That's not it.
It sounded almost Icelandic or Scandinavian, I think.
I don't know. I'll have to look through one of my one of the previous videos for that. I remember it being like some sort of town in like in the coastal line of the country, the continent. I'll also send you a picture of like Allura Valley itself. Also, Tylenol's been really quiet. I'm going to assume that she's just messing around with her spiders.
Yeah, that's pretty legit.
Sorry. Bruno is asking a lot of questions here. It's hard for me to incorporate
okay.
you at the moment.
Shut up, Bruno. I'll kill you.
No, don't say that!
Anyways, basically, I tell him the name of what's written on the shaft, and I ask him if he knows anything about it.
Oh, that's a cool little town. Well, town. That's a cool little city. It's really far away though. I'd travel there on like on a horse or something like that, or a carriage. But it's said to be one of the more fun places to live in, especially since it's all the way in Bloxend, which is a country to the far west.
Alright, so it's a town, it's a good place to live, and it's in Blacksend, you said?
Blockside, yeah.
Blockside.
It's down here.
Hold on, I'm populating active quest lines with, well, active quest lines.
Right. I would just rewatch one of the previous episodes because I thought I put that down in a note, but apparently I did not.
Yeah, give me a moment to write down these quest lines.
Alright. Okay. Oh boy. Hmm. Okay, find Arya for Bruno and some kind of goblin mob boss. Can possibly teleport. Based off of areas she has been reported to crop up in. Goes by the nickname Winner. Her goblin army is exceedingly strong.
It's in like the season. I think it adds like I win or something.
Say what now?
Is it winter as in like the season, or like a person who wins?
Like a person who wins. He got it right.
You could just read inactive quest lines.
I guess I could. What fun is reading.
I will eat you alive, Jared.
Oh please, I'm just a little me.
Okay, so I texted Dad. Vickers is about to get his ass beat by goblins. Dad said goblins are dicks, and I said, "Oh wait, no, not by goblins, by a thieves guild leader for being racist to goblins." And he says, "That sounds like Vickers." Okay, cool. So so Dad approves
Alright.
of my characterization of Vickers.
Alright. What was the name of that country that the town was in?
Block's End.
Block's End. I'll just write it down and you tell me whether it's right or not. Here we go.
Gucci.
Thanks.
Deletion! Alright. Trident with funny words. Okay. Coochie. Oh crap, that means
Alright.
vagina. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Alright.
It's fine. If you've watched my
And
gaming videos, you know that I really am this weird. But not usually this horny. I promise, I'm not usually this horny on my gaming videos.
No, he is. Sure.
I like the idea of this guy saying like, any more questions, and you just like staring, just like, because you're hang on, my player's typing something.
Here, I've got the perfect gif for the stare.
Oh no.
And as for employing that rogue, he said it was north of here. Did he mention the nation that it was in?
It's in the province of Genhir. So, hang on. Look in the world maps column. You'll see like Digger, in the and then Allura Valley is where you guys are at, and then Genhir is the province north of that. It's the big old province.
So like. Spelled Genjir.
Yes.
but it's apparently a Spanish town. So,
Province. Keep in mind, this is a country, so everything you're seeing here is like hundreds of miles away. It's about as big as Costa Rica. I believe I've said that, but I don't know. About as big as Costa Rica, a bit bigger than or smaller than West Virginia. That's, I wonder if that's what Deku said when in bed with Uraraka screaming Virginia smash.
Goodness gracious.
Love that awkward silences.
Yes.
I have to say, this is the 3 episodes. It's been 3 episodes since you guys had the last long rest, and it's still not even noon yet. I'll tell you guys what time it is, but like your characters do not know this unless they find a clock of some sort, which this town does not have. It is.
all right.
It is 10:43 in game. You guys woke up at 7. It has been 3 hours.
All right. I think that's all the active quests.
Okay. Employ Rogue, Sylvie, the Thieves Guild leader, said his son might be available. A prodigy of dexterity. Look for their base under a building in the town of a ruins down by the river. Big 3 ref lol. BG3 ref lol. What? BG3 ref lol.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Like-
yeah. Okay.
And you know what the name of basically the entire theme song of the entire game is?
What?
Down by the river.
Alrighty.
Like basically every other song in the game is a remix of that song.
Sounds like anime.
If you want, I can find a cover of an anime.
No.
Well, VTuber, but you get the point.
That was a JoJo
Alrighty.
reference.
Yeah, I've been keeping track at the time. But, basically, what you guys did is you woke up, got shot in the neck, beat up a lady. Literally, like, this 15-year-old teenage boy beat the shit out of this lady. Took her back to the inn where you slept at. Got that inn instantly after somebody quit. Looked through some papers for a couple hours. Went shopping.
Killed some civilians.
Yes. And then and then got a business partner. All in the case of about 3.5 hours. In game.
All right.
It's like you guys woke up and chose violence. Literally.
Yeah.
It's not even noon yet.
Also, I have an idea for the Thieves Guild here. I'm gonna ask them. I'm like, also, earlier this morning when we originally set out, we were going to hunt down some goblins. We have already killed about half their camp, but The others are scattered all over the countryside. It would go faster if we had some extra bodies on it. It shouldn't take more than half a day. Care to tag along?
Actually, you guys do your thing. I think I'm going to, I think we're gonna go out there now and kill those bastards. We probably can track them down a lot better anyways.
Well, in which case, mind if we tag along?
Hell yeah. Alright,
So are we tagging along to kill goblins with the Thieves Guild?
yep.
Alright, perfect. Actually, let me heal up before that. But then, yeah, we'll do that.
Okay,
Because I'm still at 3 out of 10 hit points.
that's fair. Alrighty.
It was Cure Wounds, I think it was.
Right. How many spell slots do you have left?
I should be at full.
Okay. Do you want to let Jared heal you? Or Tylenol? I think she has healing word, which doesn't heal as much.
Cure Wounds is better. Healing Word's only like 1d4.
Right, but she has 3 spell slots now.
Did she get all of them back?
I don't think she spent any.
Well, she did cast Speak with Animals earlier.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah.
So she's got the same amount of spell slots as me,
Okay,
and,
yeah.
but she'd have to use twice as many to even get near what my healing capabilities are.
Okie doke. Yep.
Especially since also... I already used Healing Hands on that lady earlier, didn't I?
I think so, yeah.
Alright, that's Long Rest. So I was pretty sure Life Clerics... Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just had to remember... I just, went and did the thing. Alright, so Disciple of Life also means that whenever I use a healing spell of first level or higher, it restores additional hit points equal to 2 plus the spell's level.
Okay.
Cure Wounds is a 1d8. So I will cast that on myself. If I can get my there's my d8.
There's my 8 dicks.
And I don't imagine I need to roll anything to succeed at casting this.
What? Cure wounds?
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's just an instant thing. You touch yourself and then you heal. Good job.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I rolled a 5. And Disciple of Life means that I get to add additional hit points of 2 plus spells level. It was the first level, so that's plus 3.
Okay.
So I restored 8 hit points total, which is enough to put me back up to full health.
Yeah.
And I now have
1 spell slot left.
Yep. Alright, now we're ready.
Alrighty.
Let's go out Hunt some goblins.
Okay. So you go out, and these guys are constantly on alert. Some of them are like moonwalking, going out like you are seeing how some amazing Thieves Guild warriors are tracking down some goblins. Notice that there's unairable dirt, so they instantly like jump at some footprints and are like, footprints. Mika, sniff, and he sniffs and looks at Tylenol and is like, "Are you a druid?" Tylenol, are you a druid?
Yes, I'm a druid.
Turn to something that could.
That one black guy from the Thieves Guild looking for goblins.
Hey! You already got one racist in your party. You don't need another.
This isn't racist.
Can you turn into like an animal that can smell really good or something?
I suppose.
He can do panther.
Or a dog. Dogs are really good at smelling.
I turn into
The thing about it is, panthers are better actually. Cats have a better sense of smell than dogs do. It's just that they can't be trained with shit, so that...
I turn into a dog.
Alright. So you turn into Scooby-Doo. Okay. And you smell. And what do you smell? 3 goblins. To the... Not far to the east.
Alright. Let's follow them. Follow the scent, I guess.
Okay.
Yep.
You can remain for a dog for about an hour, and I don't think your speed is inhibited at all, but you do spend a wild shape.
Okay.
You can turn back into a human and then like revert back to your wild shape. But
Okay.
I think there should be a cooldown period of like 20 minutes.
Let's see.
Okay, let me... Discord. Where's my Discord? There's my Discord. Okay. J-Dog. Jared, you are now known as J-Dog.
Hey, dog.
Okay. You guys, are rushing to track down these goblins, and about 20 minutes pass, and who do you find but 3 goblins setting up base already. And a couple of them are fucking each other, so, you know, that's fun.
Gonna make more goblins.
They're gonna make more goblins. You gotta kill them before they reproduce.
Alright, I'm guessing that we saw them before they saw us, yeah?
Yes. Because these guys are roguish. Unless one of you are idiots and don't sneak. Although
Yeah.
one of you is wearing steel armor, so I'd be careful about that.
Yeah, I'm wearing medium armor, so...
Okay.
Yeah, before we get within, range where we'd have to make stealth checks of these guys, I'm gonna turn to Sylvie and I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna go, alright, so How does this sound? You make the approach, start with a sneak attack, and then we'll rush in. Because I'm not good at sneaking.
Alrighty. Okay. So the four thieves or rogues are now sneaking up on them, and they succeed and land a killing strike on one of them and then call for you guys. Now everybody roll initiative.
I'll roll for Taurus too.
Okay.
Initiative is D20, right? Or is that 6?
It's D20. Alright. I rolled a 20, counting my initiative bonus.
Rolled an 18 and I forgot what my initiative bonus is.
And Taurus has an initiative bonus of +2, right?
I believe so. Let me check. Taurus, yes, +2.
Mine is
Alright,
+1,
so then he
I
rolled a
got
16.
19. And it's 19 counting the initiative bonus.
Alright, I'll also roll for Vikaruz. Alright, he got an 18. And he does not have an
Alright.
initiative bonus.
I'm writing it down here. Our initiatives, at least. What did you get, Tylenol?
19 counting the initiative.
Alright. There's our initiatives.
Okay. Alright, so... Wait, plus your initiative bonus, so your score should be 20...
Yeah, that is counting my initiative bonus.
Okay. What happens in the advent of a tie? Holy crap. Do you just re-roll? I think you re-roll.
That should be counting everybody's initiative bonus.
I know, but there's also the Thieves Guild and the Goblins. You tied with the Thieves Guild, so I'm just going to assume that the Thieves Guild goes first, because they're
because we
rogues.
agreed that they go first.
All right. So first is the Thieves Guild, then Bruno, then Tylenol, then Vikaruz, Taurus, and then the Goblins.
Also, how far away are we from the Goblin camp? Because we did start a little bit back.
You're about 1.5 miles to the northwest.
1.5 miles.
Correct.
How are we even going to get a signal from the Thieves Guild that they have already performed a first strike?
Oh, you guys have been following him. You guys have been following them, and you've basically been, and they've.
Basically, what I'm asking is how far do we have to run to get into combat?
Oh, okay. You guys are only with. You guys are within 40 feet, so you have to.
All right.
So you can't attack him this turn, but you can attack him next turn.
If we dash.
Well, you can dash, but you can't. But dash takes an action.
Can't make a melee attack.
Yeah.
We can make a ranged attack, though.
Yep. Except, well, actually, Tylenol could, maybe? Does Tylenol, do you have a ranged attack?
I'm not sure. I think it might have a slingshot or something. Let me check. I've got a light crossbow and a scimitar.
Alright.
I need to pick up a crossbow. After this, I'll ask the Thieves Guild. Well, I'll see what loot the goblins have, and then if they don't have one, I'll ask the Thieves Guild if I could buy one off them.
Alright, turn one, turn one is there, is the is Sylvie basically doing a surprise attack on one of the goblins. I need to remind myself what a surprise attack does again. Looking.
I think a creature that's surprised basically loses a turn.
Maybe.
But I might be wrong on that.
I don't know. I'm looking. I have a PDF here. It's taken a while to do this, but sometimes that's how it works. Oh, sneak attack. I'm looking at a sneak attack here. Beginning at first level, you know how to strike subtly and exploit a foe's distraction. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack if you have advantage on the attack roll. The attack must use finesse or a ranged weapon. He's using a dagger, so I think it's fine. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. That enemy isn't incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. The amount of extra damage increases as you gain levels. Okay. We'll say this guy's like a 7th level rogue. So he's a rogue leader. So I mean, you guys do not know this. I want you guys to know that you guys do not know like how. You guys have a feeling of how experienced he is because he basically kicked Vikaruz and knocked him out.
He kicked Vikaruz's ass in like one turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so he definitely hits the goblin with the sneak attack, and because he's 7th level, he gets 4d6 extra, and I believe a dagger is a d4, right?
D4 or D6. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Let me check. I hate having to scroll on like a recording because like this isn't fun for the whole family.
Well, it's definitely not age appropriate for the whole family either.
Oh boy. Let's show us pictures of buttholes. No. Wait a minute.
It's
Okay,
fine,
yeah.
I don't happen to have any saved on my computer.
Okay, so it is a D4 piercing. Plus finesse. This. Okay, so let's see. I don't know all of the 7th level stuff that this dude would have access to, but I'm sure he probably could deal more damage here, but I'm just going to assume for the sake of condensing this video for the time being that he doesn't, although later I'll deal with that when it comes. Okay, so just from die rolling alone,
The goblin is dead.
yeah, let's see. We got 16. He rolled 16 because the sneak attack increases it by 4d6, which is a crud ton. And then add 5 onto that because of his dexterity. It's 21. Goblin's dead. That goblin is dead. Okay.
Yeah.
And then of course he doesn't get another sneak attack on the other goblins, but he does. But now that it is his turn, he does fire off his arrows. Does he get multi attack?
I'm pretty sure that's not a feature.
Okay, it doesn't look like rogues get extra attacks. They do get sneak
More of
attack.
a martial class kind of thing.
Right. I have to imagine that even though they don't deal as much damage as, say, like a fighter, they could... I thought they could still, like, hit more than once.
I think rogues are more of a hit once but hit hard kind of thing.
Okay. Okay. And then he okay, so he takes a crossbow and he fires it at a goblin. One of the goblins who are currently having sex. Okay, the attack misses, but it's like a close miss. Okay. And then he backs away towards and hides behind one of the shelters. And then one of the other thieves attacks with a dagger, both of their daggers with their bonus action. Hits with both. That's D4s, so... Okay, so... That goblin is knocked out, because that dealt 12 damage. And then... The other one basically went over to the other goblin and killed the goblin instant, and then it basically finished off that other goblin. And then the fourth one fired off a crossbow. Hits. What is it? How much damage does a crossbow deal?
I think it's 1d6 or 1d8.
Crossbow. 5e. La 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 la. Okay, it's a D8. D8 piercing. Okay, the goblin is knocked out. Okay. Now it is your turn, Bruno.
Alright. How many goblins are still, alive and kicking?
1.
Alright, well... I'm going to move forward. My full movement speed, that's 30 feet, so not enough to melee attack, but more than enough to hit off Sacred Flame.
Okay.
And let me refresh myself on that.
Let's see. Target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. So.
Yeah.
What is your
Spell save DC?
Your spell save, yeah.
13.
Okay. You just barely dodged that.
Damn.
Okay. Which means now it's your turn, Tylenol, with all your Scooby-Dooby-Dooby.
Alright. So am I able to shapeshift and then use a spell in the same turn? Is that possible?
You can revert back to your normal state and then like cast a spell or fire off an arrow that you can't normally, and
Right.
as a Scooby-Doo.
Look up some.
What kind of spell are you casting, my friend?
I was planning on casting my
Well, no, let's keep them for another day. We've got like one goblin left. You said you're a dog?
Yeah.
I take it that's a mastiff then. You actually have enough movement speed as a mastiff to just go up and bite them.
Okay, I guess I'll do that.
And their action bite, it's a melee weapon attack, +3 to hit, reach 5 feet, one target. 1d6 plus 1 piercing damage. If target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 11 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. So. It also says hit 4, but I'm not quite sure what that means. Does that mean it hits on 4?
It's hit +4. It means that it has +4 to hit.
Well, no, it says +3 to hit, and then it says hit 4.
Oh. 4, like, That's probably how much damage it deals.
It's in the back. It's in the back of the player's handbook.
I don't have the player's handbook. But I do have a monster manual that should have the Mastiff.
Alright.
Oh, there we are. I flipped right to it. Neat. Oh, don't ignore the 4. Just roll the d6 and add the 1 to it. The 4 is just
Alright.
giving its average.
I think you need to roll to hit though, so there is that.
Yeah.
But overall, attacking as a mastiff seems like the better option. Considering he's got a chance to just knock the thing prone, even if he doesn't kill it.
Hello?
Tylenol. What? You're attacking as a mastiff, yeah?
Yes.
Alright, you need to make an attack roll.
My apologies. Alright. Let's see. Landed on 2. Shoot.
Well, it's got a +3 to hit at least.
That's 5.
Figure.
What?
Hello.
What did he roll?
He rolled a 2. It's +3 to hit, so 5.
That's a miss.
Alright.
Okay, so that
And does the
means
prone thing... And does the prone thing only proc on a hit?
what does the stat block say? It says if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a. Okay, so it doesn't mention, but I'm gonna go on a limb and say that you do need to hit.
Alright.
All right, Vikaruz's turn then, right?
Yep.
Hold up. My headphones just died, that's why I can't hear anything.
Sorry.
Give me one second.
All right,
Alright, so what does Bruce do?
he's gonna fire off a firebolt. That's let's see. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. Dupe. Let's see here. Intelligence. So. Well, that's a miss. Damn. Alright, I think he has to move into range first. Oh wait, no, that range is 120 feet. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no range spells that are under 40 feet.
Okay.
At least when it comes to direct damage spells.
Alright.
Alright. My headphones are back.
Alright, then it's Taurus's turn then. And, I think you
Did
guys...
Vickers do anything?
What?
Did Vickers do anything?
He shot off the firebolt.
Did he hit anything?
No.
Okay. I suppose it makes sense. He was drunk out of his mind right now, somehow.
No, he got punched in the gut. He's not drunk.
You mentioned he was drunk earlier.
Did I? Huh.
Yep. I believe it was at the moment where, the black guy asked him if he was the new recruit, way back at the beginning of the session.
Oh, okay.
Anyways. So, I don't know if Taurus has any ranged weapons. Does he?
I don't think he does. He does not.
Oh.
But he does
Does
have hand axes that he can throw.
He'd probably throw them.
All right. So make an attack then.
I'll roll for him. He rolled a 4.
My God, you guys suck.
Is there any way for him to save that through modifiers, or is he just screwed?
I think he's screwed. I think he missed. I think that is a definite miss, especially since his dexterity's only +2. All right, then that means it's the goblin's turn. Holy crap! He is like, imagine the goblin being like, "Oh crap, I'm going to die. These guys are murdering all these." And then it's you guys are like, "Oh no, they have reinforcements," and then you're just like, "Wow."
They better just wait. They better just wait until I get in range to hit them with my stick next turn.
Okay. The goblin uses its bonus action to disengage. Although I'm gonna be honest, I think it'd just be funny for it to like do all it can to disengage and just try and run, and still end up end up with one of the rogues just grabbing it by the scruff of its neck and just beating the shit out of it. Just
That's honestly was probably going to happen.
yeah, I'll go the humorous way since there's only one possible route for this to go. That goblin's not getting away from these guys. I'd say you guys, because like there's 8 of you here, but you guys are not making a very good impression to these guys. You guys are they think that you guys are sucking hard right now.
Hey,
Anyways,
I'm only level 1.
anyways though, cue victory affair. You guys win. All of you guys get, let's say, 6 experience points.
Yay.
Which
It's enough for me to level up.
should be enough for everybody, except for Vikaru's to be 2nd level now.
Alright.
Okay. That should bring you and Taurus to 305 experience points. And Taurus... Yep. You and Taurus to 305 experience points. You need 595 to get to 3rd level. Tylenol, you have 325 experience points. You need 575. And Vikarus, you are at 257. I need 42.
I like how you talk. I like how you're talking to him as if he's here.
Yeah.
I could because he's swimming.
Alright. So, Bruno and Taurus go to 2nd level, which we'll cover in the next episode.
Yeah. Hopefully Tars will be here.
And then Sylvia looks back at you guys and says, break a leg, guys. You suck! And then they run back to base with their newfound goblin meat. End of episode. Bruno and Taurus gain a level, and Vikarus is still a racist 1st level wizard.
I mean, I didn't get a chance to tell the rogues, but, you know, if there's such a thing as a good goblin, I've yet to meet it.
Alrighty. Sweet. The in-game time is 11:31 a.m. It's barely noon. And you guys have set off for Genhir.
Yep, I imagine that's where we're going next.
Okie doke.
That sound about right, Tylenol?
Yep. Again.
Well, getting there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I'm a dog. I slowly lost my ability to do my Scooby-Doo laugh.
Alright.
There we go, that's a bit better.
It just doesn't transfer through Discord voice calls.
Actually, do we want to cover at least Bruno getting his level right now in here?
May as well.
Yes.
Save us next time from the cat herding.
Yeah.
Well, more of the cat herding. We're still gonna have to do a lot of it.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh man, you should have used some of your spiders if you could have on the goblin.
Yeah, I should have done that.
Now-
I tried doing it, but Ethan was like, actually.
Well, I want to save as many spiders as possible for the spider breeding program that Tylenol I discussed out of session.
A lot like the Peeper Space program.
Alright, so first things first, Bruno, you get another 1st level spell slot.
Alright, level 2.
Wait. First off, do you multi-class this level?
No.
Okay, good to know. I have to ask that, just asking. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, you gain another 1st level spell slot. You already have your subclass, so you're not getting that. But you do get a divine domain feature for your life domain. Let's look here. Let's see. You don't learn any new spells. You don't learn any new life domain spells until 3rd level. Let's see. But you do
Get the channel divinity though, don't I?
You get channel divinity, and you also get like another, which you get a bonus to with your divine domain. Okay, at 2nd level, you gain the ability to channel divine energy directly from your deity, which I don't know if you told me what your deity is or not.
Lathander.
Okay, you did tell me that. Never mind. Using that energy to fuel magical effects. You start with 2 such effects, turn undead and an effect determined by your domain. Some domains grant you additional effects as you advance in levels, as noted in the Divine Domain description. When you use your channel divinity, you choose which effect to create. You must finish a short or long rest to use your channel divinity again. Some channel divinity effects require saving throws. When you use such an effect from this class, the DC equals your cleric spell save DC. And then beginning at 6 levels, yada yada. So, first
and I
off,
get 1 total charge of that, don't I?
yes. At 6th level, looks like at 6th level you can use it twice, and at 18th level you can use it 3 times before your rests.
Alright.
But so far you can only use it once per short.
And
or
that's
long
short rest or long rest?
Short or long rest.
Alright.
So far you have Channel Divinity, Turn Undead. As an
and
action.
Preserve Life is the other one.
Let's see. Is that true? Yes, it is. Preserve Life. You can use your Channel Divinity to heal the badly injured. As an action, you present your holy symbol and evoke healing energy that can restore a number of hit points equal to 5 times your cleric level.
So currently that's 10.
Yes. Choose any creature within 30 feet of you and divide those hit points among them. So basically it's a pool of 10 hit points divided among the 4 of you as you see fit.
Yep.
Which isn't a lot, but it should add up.
It'll certainly help, especially at this level.
Yeah. This feature can restore...
If I really need to, I could put that all onto one person.
Right.
And that's 10 hit points, which is quite a bit.
Right. This feature can restore a creature to no more than half its hit point maximum. Which... You can't use this feature on an undead or a construct, obviously. And of course there's...
Which holds true for basically all healing spells.
Yeah, and then of course there's the Turn Undead feature, which you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer censoring the undead. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. A turned creature must spend its turn trying to move or as far away from you as it can, which seems a lot like the frightened status. And it can't willingly move into a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can use only the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action. Okay, neat. So basically makes undead creatures terrified of you.
Yeah.
And lastly, I believe that covers all of your... I believe that actually covers all of your second level features except for your hit points. Roll the d8 and add your Constitution modifier. Let's see how much hit points you have and if it's more than Tylenol. Come on, roll an 8.
Right. Alright, so Tylenol rolled just an 8. I rolled a 6. However, my Constitution modifier is +2, so I also get 8.
Cool. So you basically have two more hit points than Tylenol. So, you know, it's back to the drawing board then. With that,
I almost have 20.
goes around, comes around. Alrighty.
Yep.
And then next episode we will cover Taurus's Taurus leveling up.
Yep.
But for now, that was episode 6? Episode 6, which we will try to do this again next Saturday. And hopefully
Yeah, maybe if we're lucky, we can try and squeeze in something on a weekday. I'll try and find a day where Taurus is actually present.
Okie doke.
If that works,
Yep.
I'll keep you updated.
Yeah. It might be difficult as well since Dad and I do work in the evenings.
All right.
Alrighty. Peace.